Hello once again, my scripts. Today we're going to be doing the mod spotlight of the Electrical Age mod again. Only this time we're going to use the tutorial map, as per requested by the creator of said mod. So, we're going to push this button and begin. Okay, starting out with the basic physics. I'm going to explain it. Red means positive. No, okay. Red is both output and input based on voltages. Alright? It's outputting because there's no, I mean, you can output and input at the same time, but it might cause a little stress on your wires. Alright? The black pin, you have to ground with this ground cable. See? Ground cable. Battery. Okay? These are wired in parallel, stacking the voltage up. Again, ground cable. Okay? Oh, they updated the floor. Fantastic. No. Okay? This is a series in which these are all lined up in one continuous circuit with the ground cable, which gives you... Oh, hold on. I got that backwards. This is still parallel, but this gives you more current than anything. Or this stacks up the current. This is series, which stacks up the voltage. I hear a zombie. A baby zombie. Alright? The cost-oriented battery is the cheapest battery. Next is for more energy. Storage, anyway. This is for more voltage. You can see the... can you get this out of my face, please? Thank you. This is the current-oriented battery. The life-oriented battery. And the single-use battery. But this starts out at 100% charge. Alright? This seems to be the basic setup. You have a stone heat furnace burning some coal at a set temperature, with 2 turbines producing power for these lights. Alright? You have to have thermal cables hooked up to the red side of this. And then also on the blue side, but on the red side you have to have the heat going in, and on the blue side you have to have these dissipators pulling the heat out, and then you can output electricity from either side of this. Here is a more advanced setup, which they changed the layout. They have these swingy lights now. It's just 2 stone heat furnaces, 3 turbines, all connected copper thermal cable, and more copper thermal cable. And then this is an electric heat dissipator, which dissipates more heat, but you have to have an electrical charge for it. There's an in-game wiki you can push with X, so I'll let y'all find the recipes yourself. And as you can see, my Minecraft is still glitching hardcore. So much hardcore glitch. Anywho, they already tell. Okay, yes. Alright, we go in here. Just make sure we're following that wire. What is this again? You can control the signal output based on. What is this? What is it? The voltage probe. This. Based on what this is set at, will output on this right here, and it'll control this furnace with the output. So you get a pretty stable thing. Okay. Here you can see the line finally it stops here and turns green. What's this? These are signal buttons. They output either 100 or a 0% signal. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Darn it, where is it? There it is. Switch button. Alright. This... it is a signal button. Alright, this is a signal switch then. Have paint to recolor the wires. Alright. This is the signal processor. Now this is a little more complicated because you have to use math. Alright. A, which is going to be this button. So that's only going to half that. Okay. B, this is all inputted together if you push more than one, is 3. So that's only going to put out a third here. And this other one's only going to put out a quarter because of the way that this is wrote down. Now you can't input any more than A, B, or C at the moment because you have to have one output. Let's see. Now this one's a little harder. This changes what your signal is with a called ramp, with some sort of function called ramp. You input this, and that's every is in whole seconds. Okay, I was just making sure. Is ramp every 6 seconds times C. So this is going to be 100. So that'll ramp every 6 seconds. You turn it off, and it'll suddenly drop off. Turn up. Make some crazy shapes here. Anyway, this only works if you do times C. It only works if this button is on. Shadows, can you please stop distorting my vision? Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Now, this is the sin, a sign. I always say sin because it's spelled that way. And pi to create, oh jeez, math. Okay, let's see, 6 seconds sin. The sign gives you it just puts that function in front of everything else, so everything else is inside sign, so it gives you this. Now, why you want to do that, I don't really know. I haven't figured that out yet. And if you use basic logic, apparently, you can create squareness. Like Minecraft. Squareness. Math. Alright, what's this? Oh, this is the... You can use brushes here to change the colors of wires. You have to use a wrench to change if it cares or not about the colors too much. So I can make this not care. Okay, moving on. What's this? This is the RS reset trigger. This is a set reset latch. You're gonna have to read that one. I'm gonna let you read it for a few seconds. Okay. So let's see. That does nothing. Okay, this is basically a redstone latch in which one input is off and one input turns it on. So as it said, we can use it. Oh, there's a lot of complicated in here. You can use it to power everything here. So we have the stone heat furnace. Ah, stop it with the graphic craziness. You know what? Turn you off. Turn this off. Okay. Anyway, this is controlled by this, which is a B times reset latch of C if it is greater than 0.220 something C. What does that mean? Anyway, or less than 0.1 0.180, and then you wrap that all up with parentheses. So let's see. This is gonna be B. No wait, that's they have the set out weird. Let's see, B. So this is gonna be B. This is probably gonna be C. So B, which is this, is gonna be the greater than or something. So anyway, this tells it what to output in the furnace to control the heat and energy generation here. This is a transformer. To stage up or down, see green and yellow, green, yellow. You put one wire here and a bunch of wire here, and that tells it if you want to step the voltage and current up or down. And you have to have this. Okay, current-oriented battery, a bunch of heat dissipators. This gives the battery voltage, 60 through 40, apparently. Cool. How much are you outputting? You are outputting 51 volts. Very good. Hey? So this is electrically produced stuff. This is a what is this thing? This is a low voltage relay. These tell if voltage from this creative item here goes through this based on the signal. They have very nice animations for everything happening. This is kind of cool because it spins. Ah, and if you run out of electricity, it stops entirely. Cool. Here is the miner. Apparently, it's no longer work in progress. Is it work in progress? Nope. This is no longer a work in process. So let's see. Okay, so it starts out at a 1x1 hole, and it starts out mining 5 blocks. So that seems to be working. We gotta put a chest here. Ah, they have really cool animations to this. So let's just see this run. Let's just watch it. I'm gonna follow it down. Isn't this supposed to mine other ores as well? Oh look. Oh look, it has its own X-ray scanner here. So this is displaying what it is doing at the moment. That's cool. Ah, it does get that ore. So you have to put a chest here. So that's the auto miner. Has a really cool looking screen. Lamps everywhere. What's this room? Okay, yeah, this is the light sensor. Based on what you're out, it will tell you what your output is based on only light signal. Turn this on. Back up. Okay. What's this? Okay, so wiring So this is your lamp supply. Since you want a really cool looking house that doesn't have any nasty wires messing up your stuff, you can just put this to a channel, connect this channel, and put a wire in here, along with a light bulb, mind you. What are we at? Seems in good condition. Good for you. And this just gives power to anything connected to the same channel that you typed in here. Now this converts redstone into an electrical signal to go through this wire, and that, what is this? No, this. That's a timer. It's somewhere in here. What is that? That's new. That's also new. Electrical timer. Okay, yeah. And that just sets it. That tells it to output light for 4 seconds using a voltage relay. We have here. Look at the animations on both of these. This disconnects, and that starts turning. That turns in. It's really cool looking. This is a new area. This is showcasing that you can have lights inside this, you can put blocks over lights, so that's really cool looking. Seems to be raining outside now. It's interesting. I don't remember this being part of the map, and it's raining. Go away. And B-Day. So let's see, what do we got here? Solar panels. These are normal ones. Why can't I right-click this? Oh, it doesn't have a GUI. Duh. Solar panels. So this is an electrical probe. This outputs how much power it's outputting, and you can cook whatever with this. What's this? Okay, this is the daylight sensor. Yeah. And this just outputs how light it is actually outside, like if it's noon or anything. These are advanced solar panels with a solar tracker, which tells it to face towards the sun. Okay, we have a windmill. Produce more electricity when raining or thundering. However, as you can see right here, power production is random. A lot. But if you have enough of these, you could probably give a stable current out. Hey, here you have this is the water turbine. This produces very little energy, but it can produce it for indefinite amounts of time. So you can create a very cool looking watermill with this. So this outputs electricity for indefinitely, and we'll go away. Stay. Alright, so this, when raining or thundering, this will output more. No, as you can see, it's just stopped raining for it, so it went down. And what's this? The weather sensor. As you can see, it was still raining. It was raining, so it outputted 50%. If it's thundering, if I believe, it'll output at 100. And a grassy knoll. Resin collector. This is, you use this to get rubber from these trees, any tree actually, and you can smelt it. Yeah, I'll show you since we have an available smelter. So you get 2 rubbers from that. And you can see it inside the thing there. It's really cool. Okay. Back underground. He seems to have fixed up power transmitters all good. IP, power input. I've asked him all the questions on an earlier version of this, so this may be kind of confusing to me. So don't shoot me, please. It hurts. Okay, let's see. Specific input to specify how much send power. Wait. Okay, see. Alright, so that's a signal input from something. Signal emitted for power. Okay, so you can just wrap this around in a continuous loop to give a... Hey, don't step in front of microwave transmissions. They'll cook you. That's actually true in real life as well. And power is just how much power it should send out. So let's see. I can't click it. IP, power input to feed it with energy. Signal input to specify how many it must send power. Let's see. 0 watts. 100% is nominal power. Okay, so if I stop this, I shouldn't die, right? No? Okay, so what happens? So I'm pretty sure I should be on fire right now. Ow, ow, ow. So the answer is yes to that question. Alright, so these are the new power capacitors. Power receiver has only two things. Actual power input. That's a new light. What's that? Cool. Regular patient. So this tells it how much power it can output. These are the new power capacitors here. This is an electric furnace, obviously. Now these are kind of cool. Okay, according to this, if you transfer too much power through your cables when receiving, this and many of your cables will explode. Now I'm trying to figure out how these work. Okay, so capacitors to store energy overflow due to regulation latency. Okay. So these are new. These have the same basis of bat music. I need you to not know. So these have output and input just like regular batteries, except you need to put specific things in here for it to continue having power. So what happens? Oh. That's cool. I didn't notice these blocks. Okay. Empty room. Okay, here's signal transmissions. So this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. They're both on the same network, so so this outputs that to here, and this tells it what to output. As you can see, this green dot means it's connected to something. Blocks can be placed on most of these things, so you can make some really cool break the glass to sound the alarm type stuff. This is the electrical hub. You can cross wires through them. I'm not sure how that's worked. Oh well. Okay. Easy enough to figure it out. Alright, so this is a wireless button. It's outputting to both these. So this is a wireless button. That's also a wireless button. So you can just have this wireless button. Apparently stuff is messed up when there's thunder. Let's try that. Oh, see, that could cause a problem. No. Yeah, it's only a little bit disturbed. Turn it off. Okay. Here we have a room that's set up with wireless switches. Oh no, wireless buttons. No, hold on, wait. Wireless button, wireless receiver, relay, lamp supply, lamp socket. No. Okay, so this is receiver. You can set it to toggle now. I didn't know that. So you can set it to just turn off or on at a set signal for your lamp supplies and such. Nope. This is a different. So apparently this has a battery charge function. 100. Battery charge. Numbers, algebra. So you're going to need a healthy understanding of algebra in order to figure out what's going on with everything here. So I'd recommend you study up a little. This is the player sensor. Yeah, this is the entity sensor. Or it's just basically a movement sensor. As you can see, when it stops, this starts going and it turns off. I start moving, turns on, turns off, that goes. There you go. Okay. Here we have all the fanciness tools, like the X-ray scanner. You can see it picks up gold apparently pretty well. Happy face. According to the scanner, there's nothing but you saw nothing. Alright, so there you go. Now this is cool. You can turn this on to charge batteries. Put machine boosters into this slot in order to charge it faster. Just to charge it faster. Now you can have these batteries in your inventory to recharge stuff you already have, such as this. Now this flashlight's really cool. It's like the dynamic lighting mod, but it only outputs in front of you in like an arc. As you can see, it's in front of me here. You can barely tell the difference most of the time because we're not in a dark enough area, but it's really cool. Not turn off. And you see this loss. This didn't lose it. I'm in creative mode. That doesn't count. Okay. Then you have the electrical armor. Is this craftable yet? Yes, this is now craftable. Okay, we have the last rooms showing the teleporter. This thing's actually really cool. As you can see by this, you have to have all three of these, giving a very upstaged output. They have a very efficient regulator here that tells it how much power it needs to recharge the network. I would think that you would probably use capacitors for this, but I don't know, I'm wrong a lot. And we step inside and this closes. Now he did do really good flawless animations and transitions. Like if I'm not looking at that window, you can barely tell I changed directions at all. Like all you could really see was with my hand looked like it moved around, like I punched something, but instead we just moved. So that's really cool. He finally fixed the bed textures so that this no longer has like inverted textures here. That was driving me nuts earlier. Alright, now we're gonna go look at the mobs. You're not one of the mobs. I'm gonna take you out with your own little medicine. Do 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 do. Alright, anyway, enough of that nonsense. Get out of here. We have these entity called Replicators. Spawn entity dot sound entity dot name. Okay, I think these don't work at the moment. Where's my spawn egg? Spawn iron replicators. Alright, so this replicator feeds off electricity. As you can see, it ends up going over there. It just feeds off electricity, and if it once it absorbs enough electricity, it will just spawn another of itself. However, if you start getting way too many of these things, the load on your wires become way too much, and it just blows up your system. Still not enough load. Eventually, this will overload your entire system and cause everything to explode. Now, what they drop random... Yep, there it went. They drop random amounts of dust that you can smelt into things, or glowstone or redstone. They drop a lot of different things. Kill them all. So, let's see. We got 4 copper, 5 gold, a bunch of glowstone, a little bit of iron, a little bit of redstone. Oh, there's more. So that was a bunch I just killed. That's their drops. And that'll about do it for the electrical age tutorial. This was a really quick tutorial. So, I'm sure the creator will be mad at me for missing a bunch of stuff. But, the rest is just experimentation, trial and error, and knowing electrical physics. So, y'all have a good time with that. Y'all have fun. So, this is Codebender. I will see you probably in the next video. Bye-bye.